After winning just 2 games on their 7-game road trip, the Red Sox have won the first 2 games on their homestand, and they have done it with some impressive offensive numbers. 20 runs scored combined in the first 2 games on 29 hits. And how about that guy, Mickey Gasper, going yard in back-to-back games. And the Red Sox take care of the Diamondbacks in Game 2, 9-4 your final. As we welcome you inside our Wasabi Fenway studio, it's WB Mason Extra Innings Live, free next-day business delivery from your local hometown team. Glad you could join us. Adam Peller and Hall of Famer Jim Rice. You know, these couple of days are obviously very special with the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio-Telethon. Setting a record, by the way. I mean, that is the lead story, no question about that. But when the Red Sox play well and when you have exciting baseball, it just adds to the excitement of these 2 days.
You know, also, I don't get out of particulars as far as numbers and things like that, but setting the record for the Jimmy Fund and, of course, setting the record for not striking out so many times.
That's true.
Red Sox have done
only
it
3 times in 2 games combined. They didn't strike out at all yesterday, just 3 times today.
And look at the runs they've been scoring.
Yeah, unbelievable. Hey, take a look at the numbers over the last 2 games.
You sure we can't do a little more collective with Jimmy Fund tomorrow?
You know what? We should keep the good times rolling. No question. And by the way, just because the telethon ends doesn't mean you have to stop giving. You can do that 365 days a year. Take a look at the last 2 games for the Red Sox. The first 2 games of this homestand, 20 runs, the extra base hits. You had 4 guys reach base 3 times today, and the 9 walks. 6 walks tonight, 3 strikeouts, and they got started very early tonight, and they have been doing that. In the first 3 innings of this homestand, the Red Sox have scored a combined 8 runs in the first 2 games. They only scored 3 runs in the first 3 innings in 7 road games on that trip.
But you know, it's sort of like the reverse now. It seems like at one time the Red Sox were very anxious to go on the road because they're playing badly at home. And now it's sort of the reverse. They're playing a little badly on the road, and now they're playing excellent at home.
Yeah, back to 500. Back to 500 at Fenway Park. Let's show you how things started out for the Red Sox in the first inning, wasting no time. Nick Sogard, who had a couple of doubles yesterday, facing Merrill Kelly, goes up the middle of that.
It's amazing what you can have. What happened when you hit the ball up the middle when you go from gap to gap.
And then Cedar Rafaela, he had the 3-double game yesterday. He drops down a bunt, and he beats everyone to the bag right there using his speed.
Caught the second baseman sleeping over there, playing towards second base, almost on the bag.
And so the Red Sox end up loading the bases in the first inning. Wilson Contreras struck out, but then Adley Rutschman coming through, had a couple of hits yesterday, and then delivers the base hit. That scores a pair of runs, and the Red Sox jump out to the 2-0 lead. They took a 3-0 lead after 1 inning of play. Nice to see Adley Rutschman starting to swing it, Jim.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Switch hitter. Go pepper that wall pretty soon, but he's getting his swing down, getting his feet up.
Yeah, went the other way with a double yesterday, picked up the base hit, and then the base hit today to score 2 runs. But he had the big swing later in the game. As we bring you your New England area Audi dealers game changer, and it's the 3rd inning. Rutschman over pesky pole. That's a bomb. 401-foot shot, 107 miles per hour off the bat. That's his first home run on the Red Sox uniform and first home run since June 5th.
Normally, your left-handed hitters want the ball down. That was a right-handed swing there. That ball was up. You don't find too many guys can hit that ball going to the left side.
And take a closer look at the metrics on this one, courtesy of StatCast off of Merrill Kelly here. And so Rutschman, again, 0 for his last 18 going into the homestand. And he is now 4 for 9 in his last 2 games, his first 2 games at Fenway Park. And you take a look at that, just getting around the pole. That's not a cheapie there.
No, it's not.
And he is our Subaru star of the game, presented by your Subaru dealers of New England. As you take a look at the numbers for Adley Rutschman, again, 4 for 9, the double yesterday, the home run today, in all 4 RBI, scored a couple of runs as well, and catching for the Red Sox once again. So Rutschman has been outstanding. We have some breaking news, by the way. We talked about the record-breaking number already, going over the $5.76 million mark. But look at this. Right now, the Arbella Insurance tote board, we've hit $7 million. Brock Holt, the co-chair of the Jimmy Fund, doing the honors. That is unbelievable. We blew past last year's record, nearly $1.3 million more. That's worth a round of applause right there.
Think about it.
Wow.
We're not done.
We're not done.
Yeah.
We're not done. Keep going. But that's incredible. We had to cut in with that because that's just blown away, man.
Amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you so much on behalf of everybody here at NESN, of course, WEEI, and the Jimmy Fund for getting it done, man. Unbelievable. So we'll continue with our baseball coverage. We'll have some more Jimmy Fund coverage as well from the telethon. We'll have a wrap-up show after post-game coverage. But let's get back to how things played out tonight. Mickey Gasper. How about Mickey Gasper and the couple of games that he's had? And this right here is his second home run in as many games. He was on base 4 times tonight. Incredible. They included an RBI single, but this home run, Jim, 414 feet. And let's take a look at the home run side by side. Little bit of a difference if you take a look at the StatCast. We talked about yesterday, just getting around the pole, right? 343 feet, but tonight that was a nice piece of hitting right there going to center field.
You know, when you call going to center field, we call it big man's territory.
Yeah.
That was big man territory anytime you go to center field. And the thing about it, what I liked, he choked up on the bat, and just like yesterday, he was very short and very quick, and he hitting the ball gap to gap.
And then the single later for Gasper, again, had a couple of walks, the home run, and then delivers the base hit. I mean, talk about production from the Nile.
He didn't try to take a big swing or anything. He tried to make that short swing, and that's what happened there. The bat just stays through the zone.
Pretty cool to see Gasper come back up again. You know, he was up here for a time and then got sent back down to Worcester. Masataka Yoshida goes on the injured list with the hamstring. Gasper, you know, it was interesting, Jim. Gasper wasn't even supposed to start yesterday because Jahmai Jones was the DH and he was leading off. Jones with the hip discomfort. And so Gasper gets the opportunity. He gets the home run yesterday, back in the lineup today, and he's making the most of it.
Well, you never know, you know. It could be a Lou Gehrig.
Well, there you go. Oh, the Wally Pipp, right? Yeah, that's right.
You guys better get out. Start getting a couple of when I get back in
How
there.
many times have we talked about different guys stepping up for the Red Sox this year, right? Guys you don't expect. But Mickey Gasper getting the job done and spoke with our Jemai Webster after the win.
All right, thank you very much. Well, Mick, this was almost a continuation of what we saw from this offense last night. Working at bats, hitting with 2 strikes. How much did putting up that crooked number in the first inning kind of set the tone for the rest of the evening?
It always helps. It always helps. You know, we got Ranger out there who's going to go compete and, you know, just stay calm and cool, and he kept pitching. And so to give him a lead, just to let him settle into this game, that's, you know, it's always big.
On base 4 times tonight. Homers on back-to-back nights. What has you cooking right now at the plate?
Just seeing the ball, focusing on my work before the game, and, you know, just getting into the box, calm, cool.
414 feet on that homer in the 6th. That was a big bolt. How were you able to work the count there to buy yourself a fastball in that situation?
You know, I was just trying to. He threw me some tough pitches early, a couple good sliders. You know, and I just wanted to compete and see something. I started getting it, you know, seeing the slider a little bit. I knew what it was, how it was moving, how it was breaking, but you know, he went to the fastball, and you know, I was staying through the middle of the field.
As somebody who grew up in New England, how significant is it for you to be here on the second night of the Jimmy Fund, where we surpassed the totals in previous years?
It's what it's all about. The Jimmy Fund is so special to me. It's just warms my heart seeing all those kids every day, and you know, these 3 games are awesome because, like I said last night, it puts a lot of things in perspective, and you know, it's just it's very humbling to be able to come out here and you know, for them to have fun and you know, enjoy a night at the ballpark when they're fighting the real fight.
Well said, Mick. Thanks so much. Congrats tonight.
Thank you.
Very well said by Mickey Gasper there as we bring you a display of power presented by your New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive. The Red Sox have taken the 3-0 lead, but then Gabriel Moreno took that lead away with a grand slam. He extended his hit streak to 12 games with a 428-foot blast, his 11th of the year. But the Red Sox showing some resilience once again, coming back, taking the lead for good in the bottom of the third inning. That's our display of power, brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive, as we take a look at the record-setting tote board again. Just moments ago, we hit the $7 million mark, making history at this year's WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio-Telethon. You can still help. Make a gift now. 877-738-1234. Visit jimmyfund.org or text K-Cancer to 56512 as the co-chairs stand by the tote board. That is worth a picture, and that is worth a celebration.
WB Mason Extra Innings. Restaurants of Red Sox Nation. Skip the freight charges and long lines. Visit WBMason.com for fast next-day delivery and prices you'll love. Who but WB Mason?
Get more from your NESN 360 subscription with NESN 360 Rewards. Get monthly exclusive offers like credit at Fenway Park, discounts on Bruins tickets, official team merchandise, TD Garden concerts, BJ's memberships, and much more. Download NESN 360 today to join the program. Red Sox with another big win here to kick off the homestand. They've already clinched the series win over the Diamondbacks after tonight's 9-4 win in Game 2. They'll look for the series sweep tomorrow afternoon as we take a look at the local weather from our NESN television partners.
Obviously the Grand Slam kind of dampers it some, but like soft hit, soft hit to right, soft hit jam shot to left, hit batter. I think there was only a couple balls hit hard. One of them was the one to Moreno, and then Perdomo, the last hitter, hits the ball off the monster. But they definitely grinded some at-bats on him early and started to get some pitch counts up. He was able to get some quicker innings in the middle there to kind of get himself back online, and was getting outs in the sixth, which is great. Got the pitch count back up to 90+, which is great. Just happened to leave a pitch in a hittable area with 3 guys on base, and Moreno capitalized. But overall, I thought it was good.
Last couple of nights, obviously, Freshman looks a little more
Yep.
locked in. Was there an at-bat, maybe last night or even over the weekend, where you thought it had kind of turned the corner for him?
I thought the at-bat in Pittsburgh where he hit the ball, drove the ball into the left field corner where Mangum made the sliding play. That was the first one where I saw him sync up, time up, and catch the ball out front and drive the ball the other way. So that was the first good sign. And then yesterday, first couple at bats, there was some balls still beating him, and then he caught one out front. I think it was the ball that got dropped in right field. But from that point there, he seems pretty synced up as far as contact point, and the at bats have gotten really good. So that's great to see.
His swings look a lot more confident, for lack of a better
Yeah, and he's grinding ABs now too. I mean, 2 out hit today was huge. 2 strike hit for 2 RBIs rather, and that was great. So he's grinding some 2 strike ABs. He's getting balls in play hard with 2 strikes. All that's are positive signs.
How important was the punch back there just after the grand slam?
Huge. Yeah. I mean, all the momentum on our side, and then you're kind of 2 outs, nobody on. It's still there, and then that happens, and to come back and get the game, punch back like you said was important. And then we continued that on from there. Offensively, great again, up and down the lineup, and continue to, even if it's one, just continue to stack runs. And a really, really good effort by our bullpen.
Another win for the Red Sox and another win for the Jimmy Fund as we take a look at the Arbella Insurance tote board once again. A record-breaking number, shattering last year's record-breaking number of $5.76 million, now up over $7 million. Still time to make that number grow a little bit more. 877-738-1234. Visit jimmyfund.org or text K-Cancer to 56512.
Red Sox postgame on NESN is presented in part by Toyota, recognized as the longest-lasting brand.
Electric Play is presented by Granite City Electric Supply. Electrical contractors prefer the GCE Night Train. Adley Rutschman, we talked about the offensive night, and how about this right here? This is not an easy play, going up against the wall and looking at the net, whether or not the ball's going to skim off the net or not, and he was able to get his glove to a position where he got the ball before it was up against the net. So nice job by Adley Rutschman, and obviously a nice night at the plate as well. But he's a very good defensive catcher. He's a very good all-around player, Jim. And it's nice to see over the last couple of games some of the offense come to fruition.
Yeah. It's going to come together. You know, the switch hitter, and all of a sudden he gets here and started taking a couple of pepper balls off the left field wall. He gets the ball out of any ballpark. All-star, what more can you ask for?
Yep.
And a catcher.
Yep, catching
with power.
With power. We saw that power on display tonight. Ranger Suarez on the mound tonight. Again, gave up the grand slam in the third inning, but was able to handle that line drive right there, and did okay after that. And so did TC and Brock Holt and Jemai Webster, selling 50-50 raffle tickets in the stands for the Jimmy Fund. Hot Take, presented by Wasabi Technologies, proud part of the Boston Red Sox. Look at the 5 starts for Ranger Suarez since coming off the IL. You see the ERA. But again, it's the innings, and it's the number of pitches that you're looking at. In this start against the Diamondbacks, he went 5 1/3, as deep as he's gone in an outing since landing on the IL, and the 93 pitches as well. And he also picked up his first win since June 29th. Here's what he had to say after the game.
How big a lift it when Adley kind of came right back with that home run? How big a lift did that kind of give you?
No, mira, siempre es bueno cuando incluso las 4 carreras sé la ofensiva que cómo ha estado en las últimas semanas. Sabía que manteniendo el juego así en esas 4 carreras íbamos a tener muchas probabilidades de ganar, porque el equipo como está ahora mismo no se rinde y siempre están batallando, y así fue.
No, it was huge. It was huge, Adley. But also, even when I gave up the 4 runs, the way that we were playing in the past few weeks, I knew that we have a pretty good chance to win. And I know that we will be out there battling and putting good at bats, and that's what we did. And I'm happy that we were able to win tonight.
To Adley twice now, right? You know, what have you thought of just working with him as a catcher?
No, estamos. Él es buen catcher. Estamos todavía segunda salida pero lo bueno de él es que ya como que estamos en la misma página y eso es bueno para un catcher, tener buena comunicación con el pitcher y saber ya tener como ese mando de okay, este es el picheo y uno confiar en él.
Yeah, like you said, second outing, he has like very good communication. We can communicate with each other very well. Obviously, he's learning, and we're trying to get into the same page, and that's what we did today. I think we did a pretty good job today, getting to the same page and be able to agree on the pitches that we wanted to throw. So, yeah, as long as we keep pitching to him, it will get better, the relationship.
So Ranger Suarez, you see the pitches by inning, and you can see the first inning. It was a 1-2-3 inning, but Ildemaro Vargas put together a pretty good at-bat to lead off the game we were watching, right? A 10-pitch at-bat, and so that ends up being a 22-pitch 1-2-3 inning, a 16-pitch second inning. Third inning is when he ran into some trouble. But it was interesting, Jim, because he got the first 2 outs on 8 pitches. But then a couple of bloopers, a hit by pitch, and then the grand slam by Moreno. But then followed that up with a 5-pitch fourth, 15-pitch fifth, and a 12-pitch sixth. Got 1 out in that 6th inning. So you take a look at the top of the first inning for Suarez and the 1-2-3 inning. Getting it done eventually, retiring Vargas. But, in terms of, the progression and looking to take a step in the right direction, you have to say that tonight absolutely was that.
Yes, no doubt about that. And the thing about it is that he probably was not at his best because I think Will was talking about he missed a couple spots, was very close. And so those that he would normally be getting, he's not getting those right now. So he's got to change his repertoire as how he wants to throw the ball in certain situations.
Yeah, and again, not a ton of hard contact. You look at the Moreno swing, that was the hardest hit ball, but the 16 balls put into play, only 4 considered hard hit in terms of exit velocity. So this is what he does. He induces a lot of weak contact, and you saw that at times tonight. And so Ranger Suarez, again, picking up his first win since June 29th. Also going deep into the game, in terms of deepest start into the game since coming off the IL.
Well, he added and subtracted a little bit. He saw that they were trying to pull everything. So a couple of times he threw the change up, a little off speed off his fastball. But still, he had him guessing a lot.
All about the offense, though. Once again tonight, 11 runs in Game 1, 9 runs in Game 2. And Adley Rutschman, again, with a multi-hit game and his first home run in a Red Sox uniform. Something to celebrate at Fenway. And for the first time, he gets the Wally celebration.
Smelly Wally celebration.
First time in the Red Sox uniform. Our post-game coverage continues next.
WB Mason Extra Innings. Restaurants of Red Sox Nation. Skip the freight charges and long lines. Visit WBMason.com for fast next-day delivery and prices you'll love. Who but WB Mason?
Welcome to Red Sox Final, presented by Volvo Cars. Helps get you home safe. Glad you could join us. Adam Peller and Hall of Famer Jim Rice. Red Sox take the series from the Diamondbacks, clinching it with a 9-4 win in Game 2. They've outscored the Diamondbacks 20-5 in the first 2 games of the series. They're 10 games over 500 on the season and back to 500 here at Fenway Park as we bring you field coverage presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. And if you look back over the last 18 home games, the Red Sox have won 14 of 18. Go back even further, though. You go back to when this really all began on June 25th, where the Red Sox swept the Yankees in the 4-game series at Fenway. They're 19-6 over the last 25. That's pretty good stuff right there.
We don't want to talk about before that now.
No, we don't. No. You were 13 games. 13 games under 500 at Fenway Park, 12-25 before that series against the Yankees. But again, Adley Rutschman with a big game for the Red Sox. Here's what he had to say postgame.
Talked a lot about your process yesterday. How much do you feel like that's kind of in lockstep with some of the results that we've been able to see the last 2 nights?
Yeah, again, just trying to stay with the process and just being in a bit balanced position on time and trying to do damage in the middle of the zone and swinging good pitches.
How hard was it to see if that ball was going to stay fair?
How hard was it to see?
Just to see if it was going to stay fair or not.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping it was going to stay fair, but yeah, I was hoping.
I asked your manager if there was an at-bat over the last couple of days where maybe something clicked for you at the plate. You felt like you were synced up and the timing was there. Was there? He talked about the ball that Mangum caught the other day in Pittsburgh as a ball that you got out front on. Is there anything? Was that kind of an important turn for you, or was there another at bat where you thought things were really starting to fall in?
Yeah, I think that was definitely one that I'll probably look to, just because before the game we were, just making like small adjustments and something felt like pretty good there, and then went out in the game and it was a lot better swing. So kind of just been rolling with that and continuing to build off of it.
How would you describe what some of these moments mean to you, these firsts here with the Red Sox, first game here at Fenway last night, first home run tonight? What does it mean to you?
I think it's just a lot of appreciation. And, the game of baseball, there's such a finite amount of time. The guys always talk about appreciating the moments and, the fact that your career goes quickly. And I think just taking a step back to just understand how, fortunate to be able to be in a position where I'm able to play this game, and just with all the stuff that's been happening over the last 2 days with the Jimmy Fund, and just really feeling grateful to be able to play this game.
Adley Rutschman after the Red Sox win. After walking Corbin Carroll, Ranger Suarez able to pick him off and get out of the 5th inning. Red Sox get out of this one with a 9-4 win on a record-setting night here at the Jimmy Fund Telethon.
Red Sox Final is presented by Volvo Cars. Helps get you home safe.
Protect the Plate, presented by Volvo Cars, as we head up to Portland, and Roman Anthony's rehab assignment has begun with the Sea Dogs. And how about this? A home run in his first rehab game. He reached base 3 times, had a base hit in this one as well as the designated hitter, playing in his first game, his first professional game since May 4th. He talked about it afterwards.
Standard first day back where you're not really, you're just kind of going out there and then playing like a kid again. So it feels good to, after that first at bat, got a little comfortable. And then, open it up there a little bit. After that second at bat, knew I was feeling pretty good and just, again, felt great to be out there.
Yeah, of course, it feels great to be able to pull a home run 8,000 feet. How encouraging was it to be able to line that ball to left field on a fastball?
Yeah, it was funny. I was saying I think that was the swing that I was the most impressed with today. Just going out and getting it and hitting it where it's pitched, and that I was happy about that. Taking the walks, hitting that one the other way, knowing that it's still in there. So it was good. Like I said, after that, felt very comfortable. Saw a lot of pitches, and then used the other side of the field, and that's when I feel like I'm at my best is when I'm going that way. So try not to get too excited about one day of performance, but it was good.
Speaking of swings, you had a couple of check swings. Obviously, that's kind of how you got injured to start with. So you had that in the batting cage today, hitting BP, and then obviously out on the field.
Yeah.
Is that almost like another box to check for you too, to have a foul ball, have a check swing to be able to feel good with the hand? Yeah, that was a big one for us too. As we started to get ready and using the traject machine down in Fort Myers and kind of simulating live at bats and simulating a game environment where you're taking check swings or you're taking balls, and those are the more important swings. More important than the home runs or the ones that you complete your swing on. I think the ones where you go and stop. The fact that those feel good is a big teller for where we're at and how we can kind of progress this thing.
Partially torn tendon in his right ring finger, back swinging, looking good. Plan, again, Chad Tracy said pregame, it's like a hybrid day. He's going to take BP, go through the motions, seeing if he'll play, but, it's a good first step.
No doubt. Probably when he comes back, he probably still not going to play every day. He's still trying to get his feet all together as far as, weight,
legs under him,
things. Yeah. So that's pretty good there.
Yeah, and again, could be the leadoff hitter if all goes well for the Red Sox. And, Nick Sogard's done a pretty good job over the last couple of games specifically, but they're 29th in OPS, 29th in on-base percentage as well in the league. So we'll see how things play out, how long Roman Anthony's rehab assignment goes. Meanwhile, we'll look ahead to the finale with Peyton Tolley on the mound next. Next game preview is presented by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Peyton Tolley is going to close out this series tomorrow afternoon. As you take a look at the numbers there, the ERA now under 3 on the year, and that was after 8 shutout innings against the Toronto Blue Jays in the finale this past Thursday. Only had 1 strikeout through 6 innings after his 14 strikeout performance in 6 innings here at Fenway Park against the A's. But then after that, the velocity ticked up, some more swing and miss, and just a great performance at a time, Jim, where the Red Sox really needed a win after the Blue Jays had taken the first 3 games.
See, you hit the nail on the head. You said win. We don't care about no strikeouts right now. Maybe, we never know what we're going to get from him. He's one of these funny guys out there, and he loves the game and goes out there and pitches hard out. And he's all in the game. But it's the key thing here. He's looking for win, because now you're in the process of maybe a wild card or something like that. So he's worried about the wins. Absolutely. He's absolutely electric on the mound. So looking forward to that tomorrow afternoon as we wrap things up here in the post-game show coming up next. But we will have a look back at day 2 of the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio-Telethon as that number continues to grow. Just an incredible number, a record-setting 7,088,590. Well, maybe even more. 600. See, the numbers just keep going up. So take a break and wait for that that number that continues to grow. I'm going 7.5. All right, there you go. Love that. Back with Heat Zone, presented by Rodenizer Home Services, trusted heating and AC experts in Massachusetts for over 95 years. The pregame show we highlighted Caleb Durbin. Take a look at the numbers from tonight. 1 for 3, had a sac fly, scored a run, stole a base, partridge in the pear tree. All about the offense tonight. Red Sox scoring 9 runs, 20 runs in the first 2 games of this series, but more importantly, 2 wins as they take care of business against the Diamondbacks once again. 9-4 your final on what was a very special couple of days here at Fenway Park as we take one more look at the Arbella Insurance Tote Board, up over a record-breaking number, a 7 million, just incredible stuff. And we are going to look back at all of the action from today coming up next. Tom Karen with Lisa Scherber of the Jimmy Fund to break it all down for you, and keep it coming. We still got time to get that number even higher.
There it is, a lot of smiling faces in front of the tote board as we bring it to you live. The Arbella Insurance tote board is over $7 million. There you go. Get a look at it as we have broken the record by a lot. An incredible 2 days here at Fenway Park and the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio-Telethon. Wrapping it up, the post-game show as we do every year. Tom Karen from NESN along with the greatest co-host in the world, Lisa Scherber.
Thanks.
From the Jimmy Fund Clinic. Just an incredible 2 days.
An incredible 2 days. My heart is still pounding. I don't even know where to start. It's just beautiful.
We doubled the total today. I mean, like we came in, it was 3 this morning, early this morning, it hit 3, and you were doing all the permutations, trying to figure out what it'll take and how do you engage people, how do you get it going, and all of a sudden it just took off during the game.
And it's just, I love it, and I love seeing Fenway Park during the game. Like, number one, we're winning, and number two, people were donating throughout the game.
Yeah.
And that's what the Jimmy Fund is, grassroots, right? Of course, we get $1 million donations, which are spectacular.
Yes.
But then you get people who are just like, I'm gonna give to the 50-50 raft. I'm gonna do this. Those are the ones that just hit home.
Because that's what it was all founded on, right? The cans around Fenway Park, the bring the change in your pockets. You know, when I was a kid, I would come to Fenway and I would gather up all the change in the house and put it in the can.
Yeah.
And that's as grassroots as it gets. And then, so now we Venmo. But it's the same idea.
Same idea. We don't have cash anymore, right?
Right. It's a cashless ballpark.
Yes, it is.
But people had cash. I saw them counting cash upstairs. People found money. And that, to your point, no gift is too small. I mean, no gift is too big. I always point that out.
No gift
We'll
is too
take your
big.
millions.
Right.
But if you got 20, if you got 5,
Yeah.
if you got $1,
Yep. You can do that.
You're helping the overall cause. The spirit of the thing, I talk to you about this every year. The money is the goal. The money is the point of all of this. But for 2 days, I feel like everybody watching, everybody listening, everybody paying attention to this gets to hear the stories you get to hear every day. And I think that is every bit as important as, maybe not as important as the money, but it's close to as important as the money, because I think it sort of brings it back to life. It raises the consciousness of all this, and it gets that sort of stigmatism of cancer away for a couple of days. We just hear stories.
Right. You just need to talk about this, and we're spreading hope. We're spreading just awareness of that cancer is still there, and it's affecting everyone, right? And it's sort of, you listen to the youngest patients, you listen to some of the oldest patients, they all have things that they want to live for. They want to see their grandchildren grow up. They want their child to get on the bus to go to kindergarten. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's like these funds are funding clinical trials that get people the gift of time. And that is so important. So I can't even speak now.
Well, it's very late. It's been a very long couple of days.
I know.
No doubt about that.
What syllables that was.
The spirit you feel here at the ballpark, and you're, I laugh because I see you passing by this way, and then we pass each other that way, because you're everywhere over these 2 days. But there were so many patients and families out on the field with the players. I just saw, who was in the tutu? The little red tutu? Carson. I saw Carson and her family leaving tonight at like 10:30 at night. And they were beaming.
She's 5. It was so crazy on the field tonight. If you weren't at the game and you couldn't see it on NESN, they allowed these kids to sort of, run to the base of the player they were assigned to. And so Carson's dad, he was holding her hand, and they announce her name, and she just says, "Dad, I got this." And she took off. I don't even know where she was running to. Like, I don't know what base. And I was like, oh gosh. And the crowd erupted. I have never, out of all my years of doing this, which is 24 this year, of these radio-telethons, I've never heard Fenway Park so engaged in our patients as much as watching Carson run the bases, pretty much. And And it was, and after that, every other patient, whether it was an adult patient or a pediatric patient, the crowd got louder and louder. And they were cheering for everyone who's ever been diagnosed with cancer, anyone who's ever passed away from cancer or loved someone that's had cancer. Like that to me, I remember videotaping and just, getting the audio because I could not believe how loud it was, because one 5-year-old girl, Carson, who is in the middle of her leukemia treatment, said, "I got this, Dad," and she had all the power in the world, and we were just cheering her on.
It was an unbelievable moment. 24 years ago, as you mentioned, when you and Jason Wolf and Larry Lucchino sort of hatched this whole thing, and a year later, Sean McGale brought NESN into it, and Rose Meraki and Wheeler, who worked at it so hard, and now Mike Coppola and Anna Gregoire, who do such an amazing job. The lineage of the whole thing. But could you possibly have imagined 24 years ago that in 48 hours we'd raise $7 million?
No, like not at all. And and the amount of patients that we get to hear over the 2 days of this, because it used to be one day. Right. So now we're able to sort of have, 100 patients and their families talk about how cancer has impacted them and what they need, what we need to do to make this happen.
And it's on radio, and it's on TV, and it's streaming now, and it's probably on YouTube.
It's influencers. I don't even know what.
Influencers spreading the word, not to us, but to people half our age.
We're too old.
We're way too old to be influenced by anyone at this point. We are beyond influence. I do want to say, however, as I try to influence you, if you're still watching, to give one more time, because we're not done yet. We're going to get one more tote board update tonight. We're already over the $7 million mark, but why not make it that much tougher to beat next year? Because I pointed out to someone, and this was kind of a depressing thought, when we all walk out of here tonight, we're at 0 for next year, and the work starts.
Can we wait till tomorrow?
Can we wait a day? All right, we'll enjoy it for one day. Friday morning, we'll be at 0 for next year. 877-738-1234 is where you can call. JimmyFund.org. Go online. Text K-Cancer to 56512 or join the monthly giving program, Jimmy's Team. The Tom and Lisa Show After Dark continues after this. We are over 7 million and counting, and we will be back with some of the highlights of these last 2 days in a moment. Welcome back to the wrap-up show. Tom and Lisa with you as we recap 2 days. They gave you a piece of paper to make you look more official.
I'm not going to do anything with this.
Look like enough like an anchor. And then when you go to break, you do this. Stack your papers. Okay, that's a little inside TV tip. Bailey Keene, you talk about people who have stolen the show over the last couple of days.
Yes.
We did the fun thing that we showed a lot of where she interviewed Garrett Whitlock and she interviewed me and she interviewed, was it Brock? Who was the other? Jemai. Lenny. It was Lenny who she also interviewed, and she was just today she had her arm thing, and we'll see it in a moment.
Yes. Bedazzled. We did that.
It was spectacular.
Yes.
You guys did an amazing job.
Well, she did it, but
but that's what this is all about.
Yes. It's it's an opportunity to see someone like Bailey, who has so much fire in her, that happens to be 6 years old and just living and thriving with her cancer and battling it every day with a smile on her face and just fire in her soul. I don't know what she is, so funny. She makes us laugh a lot.
Lighting up every room she goes into, whether it's the clinic or whether it's here in studio, and that's where she was today with Sophia and Travis. Check this out.
So, Bailey, I know you're a fan of Wally as well. Have you met Wally? Did you get a chance to spend some time with Wally? Tell me about that.
What does he do with his hat?
He puts it on me.
He does?
Oh, really?
That's fun.
It's
a perfect fit, too, right?
No.
Robert, I want to bring you in here. What is it? Obviously, we're talking about how difficult this is for you and your family, but when your daughter is in a way almost looking forward to seeing her friends and going to do some treatment, which we know otherwise would be so difficult. What does it mean for you as a dad that you can at least relax about that part, that has these relationships and maybe even positive memories from a place like the Jimmy Fun Clinic?
Yeah, I mean, they've just been absolutely perfect. I couldn't imagine her going anywhere else and having a better experience. I mean, given the circumstances, you know what I mean? It's just they've been great.
What's sort of the next step? You know, I mean, Bailey, you have a long life to live, right? You've grown up. What do you want to be when you grow up? What's sort of the next steps for the family here?
Well, we have a lot going on. We're looking to relocate to Florida soon, and Bailey's still got some treatment to finish up. How many more weeks? 5 more weeks?
Well, we have 3 more cycles left, and then she's going to get a little bit of a break and make a wish. We have our Make-A-Wish trip after she's done with treatment, and then we come back after our Make-A-Wish trip in November. And so her cancer metastasized to her lungs, so she's going to need some surgery to remove those tumors on her lungs, and then she'll get some radiation after that once she's all healed up, and that should be it. She's going to be on a maintenance pill after everything, just because of how her cancer has been responding to the chemo. So her doctor has been amazing. He's the expert on her cancer, the Ewing sarcoma. So we got really lucky having him on our team as well.
Where is your Make-A-Wish trip? What are you guys doing, Bailey?
Disney World.
Oh,
no way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The happiest place on earth, right?
Yeah. You're going to have so much fun. Can you did you decorate that on your, did you decorate that yourself?
No.
Okay. How did that happen? Did you just get it that way?
Mom bedazzled it.
Mom bedazzled it. It looks really cool. Yeah.
Great job,
I
Mom.
love all the colors and everything. That looks awesome.
She's the girliest girl, and if we can bedazzle it, or if it has cheetah print, her cast before this was cheetah print, and this one was kind of boring. We had to make it a little bit more exciting.
All right, moments ago, we got our final update for the evening, and we will say goodnight in a little bit at 7,158,000. Now you're going to make me wait. 7,158,000 and 100. Wait, take a guess. 30. Take a guess.
6.
All right, 130 off 5. You were $1 off. $7,158,135. Just a stunning total. And we'll talk a little more about how we got there in just a couple of moments. Stay with us as we recap the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio-Telethon right after this. All right, we continue to wrap up the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio-Telethon, and rightfully so, they're taking a group picture upstairs. Just we're not in it.
We're taking a group
That's
picture
fine.
here.
We'll take our own group picture after. It'll be a smaller group.
Just a little group.
That's all. Just a very select group of people who are still here at midnight. It has been, I mean, again, every year, every total means so much. We've raised over $87 million in the history of this event, right, which is a staggering number. And yet the excitement that went through the room when we got the last couple of big ones. Rob and Karen Hale started the whole thing with an incredibly generous $1 million match, right? So we had day one to get to $1 million, which we did. That immediately put us to $2 million, and you're off and running. The other end of it today, as we were trying to get close and started thinking, would the Iverson family with a $1 million donation, which put us over the top. That was when Fenway showed the home run lights and said a home run for the Jimmy Fund. The Red Sox Partners Challenge. Tom Warner sat here tonight at the pregame show. He said it'll be at 400. I'm holding him to it. Before it's all said and done, he said we'll get to 400. It's a 386 they gave tonight. $250,000 donation from BJ's Charitable Foundation, the Johnston Family Foundation, a match which doubled the impact for so many people. Find mass money. The Red Sox clubhouse passing the hat to a six-figure total.
Love that.
Our Bell Insurance Foundation came by during the pregame show. They have been an amazing group. $1.7 million over the years they have donated. J. Allen Ormus with a $100,000. I mean, these are massive numbers, and you add that up alone, and you're just in such an amazing place.
I mean, the generosity is beautiful, and I love how the players pass the hat. Like, that just means so much, right? You know, they're so impacted by these kids that just they're ready to play a game, and they're busy passing a hat around and doing what they can. And I love that.
And the amazing thing is what this money is doing for all the stories of survivorship and family unity and support. We also get to hear from the doctors and nurses who do such a great job with the caregiving, the researchers who come in and tell you, that they're breaking through pancreatic cancer for the first time with a targetable genome that they didn't think they would ever be able to attack, and now they can.
Right.
And that opens the door to a million other attacks.
Yes. And clinical trials. I mean, it's so much hope. It's so much hope for families just getting diagnosed today. And we have so many of our families in clinic where they always say, last year we watched the Radio-Telethon and we never thought we would be here. And they are just so grateful that this is in place and they have a place where they can count on these funds coming in.
And they all say the same thing. They walk through the door and you and your staff hold their hand and help them realize that they are in this together. Yeah. That they will never have to deal with this on their own. And that is the most powerful message that you'll hear over these 2 days. $7,158,135 is where we will end the night on the tote board, but we'll keep taking your money. Trust me. We will never say no. And so this number will go up when we get the final number over the next couple of days, but that's where we stand right now, shattering last year's mark of $5.7 million, which had shattered any previous number. So your incredible generosity continues to lift the spirit and fuel the mission of the Jimmy Fund, the Jimmy Fund Clinic, and the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. All right, don't forget, we will continue to take your donation. If you're late to the party, you missed the game, you just walked in today. What's all this about? Pick up the phone. Give us some money. 877-738-1234. Get online, jimmyfund.org. Text K-Cancer to 56512. But what you can still do that maybe you haven't thought about is join Jimmy's team, the monthly giving program, and your recurring gift will help continue to fuel the mission. We welcome you back, Tom and Lisa, at the news desk. Was that fun?
It was really fun.
That? Yeah.
It was really fun, yeah.
Like Chet and Nat in the old days.
In the old days,
it, right?
Yes.
This just in. Breaking news from Lisa. When you leave here every year, you've done it 24 years.
Yes.
You're going to get back to work tomorrow, or do you take the day off?
I actually am home on Wednesday, so that actually worked
all
really
scheduled
nicely.
out. That's why we have this Monday, Tuesday. It's all about her schedule.
It's really good.
But when you're driving home at the end of this, walking home, whatever, I don't want to tell people where you live. Maybe you live right around the corner. We don't need to give that away. But what are you thinking about? Like, what do you carry from these 2 days?
I am literally, it's like the images are flashing through my head of just the interviews, the smiles, the on-field, the just giggling with the kids running around, the Wally, the Tessie, all of that. And then just my heart is just beating. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to Red Sox Nation, to the Red Sox, to NESN. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tom. Thanks to Brock, our other co-chair.
Shout out Brock Holt. I want to make sure we do that.
He did say he was going to be watching us from his hotel
He said he'd be
room.
watching, and I'll hear about it. No, and also because he truly is the perfect co-host.
Wonderful.
I could not ask for anyone better to do this with.
Yes.
He continued to sell raffle tickets. I don't think people realized as they were giving the money, they had already drawn the raffle with. And he was just still out there taking people's money, which that's the dedication.
He is dedicated.
But he is. He was as a player.
Of course.
He was as a player.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Always. Yes. He still connects with the kids that he connected with back then, and that's hard.
He's a special guy.
Yes.
We are so lucky to have him. You are special. We are so lucky to have you.
Thank you.
We joke a lot. We love you, and what you do is amazing.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
for that.
Right back at you.
The men and women at NESN who spend so much time putting this together, some of you are still here. You're the real ones. The rest of them have gone home and gone to bed. They helped a little bit, but you all are special, so we thank you for that. And the entire team at the Dana-Farber.
Yes.
Many of whom are upstairs still counting cash.
Yes, and to all the clinic nurses, doctors, my activities team. The best of the best.
We will be back tomorrow with Red Sox pregame show. I'll be here at 3 o'clock. Feel free to come by.
Okay.
Jim Rice and I will be not only getting you ready for the final game of the series with the Diamondbacks, but we will continue to look back. We'll have some of the best moments and best interviews. We'll put that all together overnight. And join us tomorrow to get that. But for now, thank you from all of us for making this the best telethon ever.